30 individuals have been detained following a sweeping multi-agency operation carried out on July 9th. According to police, among those detained are 26 adults who were formally arrested and 4 juveniles who have been placed in protective custody. The coordinated operation, the police said, targeted individuals suspected of involvement in human smuggling, organized crime, and immigration violations. It was led by the Royal St. Christopher Nevis Police Force with support from the St. Kitts Nevis Defence Force, the Immigration Department, and the Joint Security Operations Tactical Team. Regional and international partners also played a critical role, with the Regional Security System, RSS, and the United States Federal Bureau of Investigation, FBI, providing technical support. Law enforcement executed a total of 11 search warrants, 8 in St. Kitts and 3 in Nevis. In addition to the arrest, multiple electronic devices and other key pieces of evidence were seized during the raids. Officials say the operation reflects the nation's firm commitment to dismantling criminal enterprises and safeguarding national security. They are calling it a clear example of how intelligence-driven interagency cooperation can produce swift and decisive results. The investigation remains active, and authorities have pledged to provide updates as new developments unfold.
A new minimum wage was passed in the St. Kitts and Nevis National Assembly during its 10th July sit-in. Parliamentarians approved a minimum wage of $520 per week. The debate by the government's MPs was led by MP Conris Maynard, who provided context in support of workers, and Parliamentary Opposition Leader Mark Brantley raised cautionary angles of the potential for unwanted outcomes if necessary approaches are not taken.
Will an increase in minimum wage have a dampening effect on employment? Will employers now say, hey, I'm going to have to do more with less? And where I could possibly have employed another 1 or 2 fellows to help with this task, I'm going to ask this worker to do a bit more because I have to pay them more. Governments have to pay them more. So they'll have to do a little bit more work. And the fellow out there who I was going to hire, I'm going to tell him, hold on. Can't afford you right now. Let the one that I have here put in more work. And so as we talk about making people's lives better, are employers now going to extract or seek to extract from the very employee that we're trying to help more? Tell them you got to work harder because I'm not going to hire any help for you. I support the effort, but I want to know and be sure that the people that these efforts are intended to benefit are actually benefiting from them. And we could only do that with proper analysis. We cannot do policy by guesswork. We have to be able to analyze, have to be able to look at the data. And if there is an ongoing committee in place, that's good. But they must be willing to tweak and to look at and to adjust as necessary.
Under the leadership of Labour Party administrations, we have done what no other administration before us has had the courage or the conscience to do in recent years. And that is doing the analysis, doing the monitoring, and increasing the minimum wage. This is, Madam Speaker, not just about a policy adjustment. It is really a signal to every worker, every mother, every father, every young person entering the world of work that their labor matters, their dignity matters, that their future matters. Madam Speaker, I want to be clear. This is not just about the increase on a pay slip. It is about food on the table. It's about rent that can be better paid. It's about children being able to go to school with lunch in their bags and hope in their hearts. It's about building a nation that values fairness and economic justice. An increase in minimum wage directly combats working poverty.
St. Kitts and Nevis is said to have the highest minimum wage among OECS member states. Glenn Bart reporting for SK Newsline.
Get ready as the Global Kingdom Impact Fellowship presents the second annual Holy Convocation 2025, a return to holiness. July 24th to the 27th at the St. Kitts Marriott Resort, featuring a special guest speaker, Bishop Noel Jones.
The Spirit of the Lord is in here. And that's why we've got to understand the steps. Because He's already done it. Everything that God is going to give you, He has already given it to you.
Bishop Tyrone Ivy.
Thank God that my mind keeps being renewed, because if I don't get my mind renewed, I'll lose my mind dealing with people who don't see the best in me.
And many more. Women, get ready for Convocation Women's Day on Saturday, July 26th, featuring powerful women of God, Pastor Mashinda James, Co-Pastor Nilsa Williams, Bishop Precious McLeod, Katina Hoskins, Overseer-designate Yolanda Troop-Smith, and First Lady and Co-Pastor Marissa Johnson. Register now at www.thegkif.org or visit the registration desk at the church after the service. It's Holy Convocation 2025, July 24th to the 27th, under the theme, A Return to Holiness. You can't afford to miss this. Your favorite TV shows are just a click away with TVC Plus at tvcplus.live. Stream our 24-hour live programming. Catch the latest episodes of TVC Originals on demand. Enjoy premium pay-per-view content and so much more. Watch on any device, TV, laptop, tablet, or smartphone. Visit www.tvcplus.live. Stream, watch, enjoy.
The SKN Newsline website now offers you more news. Log on to www.sknnewsline.com for local, regional, and international news. You can also watch the latest newscast and keep abreast with news in sports, all from sknnewsline.com. That's www.sknnewsline.com. News at your fingertips.
Good day to the beautiful people of St. Kitts and Nevis. St. Martin News Desk now airs on
Monday, Tuesdays, and Thursdays on TVC
at 11 a.m. and then again at 5 p.m. So
make sure to tune in.
It's entertainment TV at its finest. Join us for Main Event, the Caribbean's leading entertainment show only on Television Caribbean TVC. Tune in as our host chats with top artists and entertainers, bring you the latest buzz in entertainment, and showcase the hottest music videos from the region's biggest stars. Main Event airs on Thursdays at 8 p.m. with rebroadcast on Fridays at 10 a.m. and 6 p.m. When it comes to entertainment, it's always the Main Event on TVC.
Prominent local businessman Pastor Lincoln Hazel, the managing director of Glimbarrow International Trading Company Limited, is discontented that his long-standing banker, the St. Kitts Nevis and Anguilla National Bank, has refused to provide a reason for declining his loan application. According to Managing Director Hazel, the matter has gone on for too long, and as a consequence, he turned to the legal system for redress, filing a case in the High Court. After a second denial of his loan application and failed multiple attempts to get the bank to provide a reason, Hazel said he had no choice but to take a legal route.
I had no other choice but to ask a legal firm to write to the bank and request the reason for the decision to decline the loan. The bank did not respond to our solicitors. The date of the first letter to the St. Kitts and Nevis and Anguilla National Bank was on the 10th of May 2024. The date of the case filing in court is the 10th of October 2024 in claim number SKBHCV 2024/0184. The bank filed a defense on the 8th of November 2024. The bank then filed an application to strike out the claim on the 15th of November 2024. On behalf of Grimbarrow, I, Pastor Lincoln Hazel, filed an affidavit in response to the strikeout application on the 22nd of January 2025. The bank has not filed any submission and appears intent in kicking the can down the road. Grimbarrow's representatives have made several phone calls to the court to try and have the matter put on a list to be heard by the judge, but to no avail. This seems more and more to be a case where justice is being delayed and denied.
According to Mr. Hazel, he also wrote to the Prime Minister on the matter in an attempt to get resolution to his issue with the National Bank. However, he said he has not received a reply. Glenn Barth reporting for SKN Newsline. Making closer connections between Africa and the Caribbean intensified over the past few months, with the government of St. Kitts and Nevis forging embryonic links with Africa's most populated country, Nigeria. In recent times, the government indicated its interest in making the Federation a hub of trade between Nigeria and the Eastern Caribbean. This push towards stronger ties with Nigeria is a matter that all political parties in the Federation must be committed to if linkages are to work in the medium to long terms. During a recent press conference of the People's Labour Party, SKN Newsline queried Dr. Harris on the development of trade ties with Nigeria.
There's a lot of work still to be done and to be coordinated. In terms of St. Kitts really, in terms of merchandise trade, is very small, very insignificant. Very, very insignificant. Our biggest merchandise export had been the electronics manufacturing. Years back, we had somewhat of a vibrant manufacturing sector with Harrow, with all those others, Cajola, Lutron, etc., and all of those. They have basically, over time, been faced with the reality that they were no longer competitive in some respect and had to close, relocated some to other arenas. So that will continue to be, how do we find the competitiveness to make it worthwhile? The government needs to do a proper study of this. We had, for example, in the past, had a large contingent of persons from Nigeria coming to study, for example, at Windsor University. You may call that a trade in services over time because of hardships there and here too that had basically been reduced significantly. I suspect there are going to have to be a lot of collaboration if these things are going to be sustainable, and it is something that from the level of CARICOM they are now putting some thought into, and we ourselves must try to find our own niche in relation to that.
It is unclear at this time what specific approaches the government will undertake in the short and medium terms to facilitate the proposed trade linkages. Glenn Barth reporting for SKN Newsline.
Get ready as the Global Kingdom Impact Fellowship presents the second annual Holy Convocation 2025, a return to holiness. July 24th to the 27th at the St. Kitts Marriott Resort, featuring a special guest speaker, Bishop Noel Jones.
The Spirit of the Lord is in here. And that's why we've got to understand the steps. Because He's already done it. Everything that God is going to give you, He has already given it to you.
Bishop Tyrone Ivy.
Thank God God that my mind keeps being renewed. Because if I don't get my mind renewed, I'll lose my mind dealing with people who don't see the best in me.
And many more. Women, get ready for Convocation Women's Day on Saturday, July 26th, featuring powerful women of God, Pastor Mashinda James, Co-Pastor Nilsa Williams, Bishop Precious McLeod, Katina Hoskins, Overseer Designate Yolanda Troop Smith, and First Lady and Co-Pastor Marissa Johnson. Register now at www.thegkif.org or visit the registration desk at the church after the service. It's Holy Convocation 2025, July 24th to the 27th, under the theme, A Return to Holiness. You can't afford to miss this. Your favorite TV shows are just a click away with TVC Plus at tvcplus.live. Stream our 24-hour live programming. Catch the latest episodes of TVC Originals on demand. Enjoy premium pay-per-view content and so much more. Watch on any device, TV, laptop, tablet, or smartphone. Visit www.tvcplus.live. Stream, watch, enjoy.
Are you tired of Wi-Fi dead zones in your home? The Cable has the ultimate solution with our whole home Wi-Fi coverage. Say goodbye to frustrating signal drops and hello to seamless connectivity in every corner of your home. No more,
Mom, my tablet's not working in my bedroom. My game is freezing, Daddy.
Or WhatsApp calls dropping as you walk around the house. So many people struggle with dead zones and restricted Wi-Fi, and the Cable has the answer. Enjoy full blanket increased Wi-Fi coverage with installation in 48 hours or less. Whole home Wi-Fi coverage is here. Get the whole family connected today. Come in or call the Cable at 465-2588 to get your whole home Wi-Fi boost installed. The Cable, always giving you more. Terms and conditions apply.
Tune in to Insights on TVC, where we explore the unique stories and perspectives of our fascinating guests.
I used to get in trouble for talking.
I am really angry. I forget English.
I have good examples of what people could become.
Each episode brings you an in-depth look at individuals from diverse backgrounds, sharing their personal journeys and valuable life insights.
I don't know. We're going to bathe here because Papa Bratcher says nobody owns the beach in St. Kitts.
People who sound like this and saying that they're like 15, I'm like, you have a beard.
Insights airs on Mondays at 8 p.m. with rebroadcast on Tuesdays at 10 a.m. and 6 p.m. Only on Television Caribbean, TVC. You can also stream on demand at tvcplus.live.
Good day to the beautiful people of St. Kitts and Nevis. St. Martin News Desk now airs on
Monday, Tuesdays, and Thursdays on TVC
at 11 a.m. and then again at 5 p.m. So
make sure to tune in.
At Digital Print Plus and Crafted by Design, we're thrilled to be your go-to print shop located in the heart of Bastille. From essential services like printing, copying, and laminating, to a diverse array of school supplies, arts and craft materials, and office essentials, we've got you covered. Don't fret, Digital Print Plus and Crafted by Design are here to stay and ready to be your trusted partners for all your printing and craft supply needs. Ready for a visit? Find us at the corner between Dillio and Princess Street. Just look for the vibrant pink and yellow building with white doors. We can't wait to welcome you to our creative haven.